Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Light back at another YouTube video, and in today's video we're going to be doing another one of these DC MCU concept videos, or replacing the MCU with DCU concepts. But anyways, so the movie we're replacing today is actually Spider-Man: Far From Home. And just before I want to start this, before I start this video, it's a bit of a continuity change. I'm actually putting this to take place right after Black Panther slash Aquaman, and right in front of Ant-Man the Wasp, Captain Marvel, Infinity War, and Endgame. Just because there's something I want to just fix up real quick in terms of this. I felt this movie needed to come before all of that. Uh, and two, also, this movie's going to take place right during the exact same time as Ant-Man the Wasp or Ant-Man 2. Just it's gonna be different in terms of the timing and stuff like that. Just because I kind of wanted to do this beforehand. So yeah. Anyways, so getting into this. So I'm gonna be calling it the Flash, or the Flashpoint. That's literally what I'm gonna call it. The Flashpoint, or Flashpoint. And you guessed it. It is supposed to be kind of an adaptation. Um, it's adapting a little bit of parts from it. I want to say this quickly off the bat. This is meant to be kind of like a two-parter in a sense, because again, if you knew to Spider-Man: No Way Home, I essentially wanted this to be a two-parter in the sense that this is like part one ish, if you understand. Once I release a No Way Home video, you guys will definitely understand what I mean here. Um, but yeah, continuing on here. So the main villain right now is going to be Reverse Flash. This will include Flash and also Wally West slash Kid Flash. And yeah, in terms of casting, going through casting, Ansel Elgort's still going to be the Flash. Cameron Monaghan is going to be the Wally West slash the Kid Flash. And Iris is played by an unknown. And then I've casted Anthony Starr as Reverse Flash. I think he could pull it off really good, so that's why I chose him. Um, yeah, so continuing on here, in this movie, really the plot-wise, it's going to contain a lot of stuff explaining the multiverse and also explaining time travel and basically the Flashpoint Paradox. It'll explain a lot of that stuff as we are beginning to get to know all of that as well with it. Um, so yeah, continuing off on with that, it's essentially going to use a lot of that kind of stuff to essentially explain a few different things and everything. Uh, yeah, and in terms of Wally West's involvement, it starts off, Wally West has now become Kid Flash of sorts. This takes place about a few months after the first movie. So Wally West has kind of absorbed his powers and stuff, and it opens up with two of them basically taking out some bad guys. And then Flash essentially gets word. And it's important to note as well, Flash is about, I'm not going to say middle age, he's in his late 20s, I would say, or early 30s. So he's decently old. I want to just point that out. It's not a kid we're dealing with here. And then the Wally West here, he's like about 17, 18 years old. He's close to Dick Grayson's age. Um, so yeah, that's when the Flash decides to actually, in order to better his powers and stuff, he thinks it's best if Wally joined the Titans. And Wally actually agrees with this. And Wally actually joins the Titans, where we see brief cameos from all the Titans, which relates to kind of to Titans. Actually, no, not cameo of all the Titans. We just see Nightwing, who's basically like, "Oh, you're gonna like it here, Wally," and stuff like that. And then Nightwing is literally like, "Good Flash" and stuff like that. Like, it's good, he'll fit in, whatever. So basically, Wally's now sent off to the Titans. So now Flash is like working a little alone, and that's when he gets some sort of call to basically a bunch of people are slain. And he goes there and he's like, this is a work of another speedster or something. So then he's wondering what's going on, and then we end up seeing the Reverse Flash reveal himself and literally just beat the hell out of the Flash. Beats him up bad to a bloody pulp, essentially. Uh, and that being said, we end up seeing that all happen. And yeah, essentially Reverse Flash reveals himself, reveals everything, and he's like, how is that even possible? And they go on a whole time spiel about time travel and stuff. And essentially they fight each other until Flash is just beaten to a bloody pulp, which Reverse Flash does. And essentially he's just destroyed by him. Uh, and then Reverse Flash is like, I want to destroy everything you like and everything like that. And that causes him, Reverse Flash, to be like, this is insane and stuff like that. And essentially what Reverse Flash does is he essentially takes Flash back in the past and he drags him along, beats him, but never kills him, and is always like, I want you to suffer, Flash. So essentially what he does is he drags him all the way to the night his parents were killed. I mean, not his parents, sorry. His mother was killed. And then it's pointed out that Reverse Flash was the one to do it. And Flash sees it, and he's like, this is crazy and stuff like that. And he ends up literally just beating Reverse Flash, and he actually stops Reverse Flash, and he goes to the night that actually happens, and he lets Barry, is like, he literally chose Barry, and he basically like, it's time, and he goes and almost kills Barry's mother, which to then Barry literally punches him out of his hand and is literally like, stop this now. And then it just creates a whole kind of portal, and then he goes to the now near future where it's like essentially the world is screwed up, he's not really the Flash anymore. Basically the whole spiel about Flashpoint. And then it inserts essentially the Flashpoint paradox storyline of sorts, as we see that happen. And it inserts the whole Flashpoint paradox storyline, but a little less short. I mean, a little shortened a little bit. Instead of the whole spiel at the end where he restarts the timeline, essentially what he's going to do is the Flash is basically in a screwed up timeline and everything is screwed up. And then eventually he's just trying to master the whole availability of the Speed Force and everything, and he runs back in time and is able to, I guess, put on the murder of his mother. He doesn't stop it. He lets Reverse Flash basically essentially kill her, and then everything kind of goes back to normal. But then Reverse Flash and Flash are like literally beating each other up until eventually, basically what Barry does is he punches Reverse Flash hard right in out of the Speed Force into some random negative zone that no one knows about, into a hole in the Speed Force, and he runs back in time to the point where he is at today, and he's literally like, what just happened? And essentially that's what happens. So yeah, like I just said before, this is meant to be kind of like a two-parter. That's why a lot of stuff wasn't down concluded and stuff like that. That's the big reason why I do plan on adapting it a little bit more. Yeah, in terms of post-credit scene wise, we actually end up seeing an impulse, or sorry, Bard Allen come out of the Speed Force and literally like, Grandpa, what did you do? What happened? And that's the post-credit scene. We end up seeing Impulse essentially. So that's essentially what happens in the whole thing. And then No Way Home, I have big huge plans for it. That's the reason Far From Home is a little screwed up in certain places. It's just because I actually have plans to essentially make it a two-part. I have like a lot of plans for that. So that definitely will happen and stuff like that. So don't worry about it. Anyways, that's pretty much it though. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you guys next video. Peace.